Okay, ug99. It was found in Uganda. It was collected in 1999. This is where the ug99 comes from. The important thing to realise is this is not a pathotype designation. We keep talking about ug99. ug99 is typified by a pathotype, but ug99 is not a pathotype designation. It's virulent on many genes. I've listed them there. Large impact on germplasm, especially due to the over-reliance on this SR31. Our breeders used this gene too much. It was so good, the temptation was so great, it was put into a lot of wheats. We relied on it so heavily, and not surprisingly, the pathogen eventually found a way to overcome it. And these are the people who were instrumental in identifying ug99. So we have Zach here who did the pathotype identification. This is William Wagori from Uganda, who actually first took the notes in the nursery and notified Ravi Singh of the results. Ravi, of course, when he saw the data, was very worried and told William to send a sample to Zach for pathotype confirmation identification, which Zach then did. So those three guys there are the ones who were absolutely instrumental and crucial in the initial characterisation and response to the discovery of this new and dangerous stem rust pathotype. Okay, so I've said the term ug99 is not a pathotype designation. What does it mean? Well, whenever we do pathotype analysis, basically we follow these three steps. The first thing is the collection of the rust sample from the field, and this is what William did. He went to the field, he collected a sample of rust. This was then sent away for pathotype analysis, and then once we do that, typically what we do, because sometimes we find more than one pathotype in a sample, so it's then necessary to establish pure isolates of each of the pathotypes that are in that sample. But you'll notice the terms here: sample, pathotype, isolates, right? They're the crucial terms. Now, to aid in record keeping, the samples are often given a number. We don't know what pathotypes are present in a sample until we do the analysis. So we give the sample a number. And that's what ug99 was. Zach received the sample. He didn't know what the pathotype was. He didn't know whether there was one pathotype there, or 2, or 3, or 10, or what they were. So he gave the sample a name, a reference number, and he called it ug99. That's how he came up with the term ug99. It's like an accession or a sample number. So that's what ug99 is. It's actually a sample number, not a pathotype designation. When he did the analysis and he looked at the ability of the rust pathotype in that sample to overcome resistance genes, he was able to give it a pathotype designation. Using the North American system for pathotype designation, it was termed pathotype TTKSK. And I think many of you would have heard this expression as well, TTKSK. That's the actual pathotype that was present in the original sample that was referred to as ug99. Now, as it turns out, in a lot of the press articles and a lot of the discussions that came about, a lot of people said, oh, it's ug99. And this became a common term to use for the pathotype TTKSK, but it's not the pathotype designation, it's the sample number.